What's going on, everybody? This is Doug with the McCurdy Outdoors channel. We're still in the Boise National Forest, kind of outside Placerville / Horseshoe Bend area, and we're taking a different way back than before. Kind of the same thing. I've actually been this way a couple times now. And we got the whole group ahead. I'm excited the Turbo S, the diff held up. Didn't have any leaks, didn't have any issues. Engaged correctly. We'll point out I'm not a big fan of the coyotes rock crawling, but they did alright. And I got to see my first KRX in the wild. Pretty well built machine. Didn't drive it obviously, but did take a good look. And it appears to be a pretty dang nice machine. Stay on top. Little washed out section. Back to what I was saying. Pretty impressed. It's built like a tank. Some of the features I didn't really care for. I mean, I thought the cockpit looked roomier than the Turbo S, but very plain. I think that's kind of how I felt about the Honda as well. I don't know if it was on just this particular one or if it's how they're coming from factory. They didn't have a lot of ground clearance. I didn't have a tape measure, but I wouldn't imagine it's too much over a foot. I don't know. Just looked really low compared to me and Chris's Turbo S. But I think we're both sitting around 16, 17. But this being the first year model basically of the KRX, I'm definitely interested in how well it's going to perform. And I'm even more interested once they put a turbo on it, because basically everything I've read from people is built well, but not a whole lot of power. And maybe that's, I mean, Kawasaki's got to be thinking something. Maybe they'll come up with something a little bit more higher horsepower, getting the 150, 200 range, who knows. And Yamaha released their new model. I can't remember what it was called, but it looked pretty much like a crossover General, or maybe even a sportier General. the hype videos leading up to it, I was expecting more, to be honest. But looks like it'll be a cool machine. Have yet to see one. Obviously, they just were announced, so hopefully I'll run into one at some point. And here at the bottom of this draw is the main road. You can just tell how smoky and hazy, whatever you want to call it. It's horrible right now here in Idaho. And going down this thing can be a little sketchy. It isn't that bad though. You gotta find your line and take it. That's for sure. It's the downside of these machines. It feels like your ass end wants to just slide over or slide forward. And the KRX that came with us, you can see it cresting a hill right now. Brand new. He put it on his first 100 miles basically on this trip. Put a hole in a brand new carnivore too, which that sucks. Plug did its job though. Wasn't that bad. Wasn't a sidewall puncture, so I know all about that with carnivores. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and take a look. It's my Maxxis carnivore review where I cut 2 tires. Needless to say, I don't think I'll be buying carnivores. Although, I don't know. They perform really well in the snow. But I still haven't made up my mind. I know I did a tire review here on the Coyotes. And I really like the Coyotes. They're great overall, like all-terrain type tire. Haven't had any issues with them. But for snow rides, especially trying to climb, there's just, they don't have the bite. And I'm looking at K9s, but maybe somebody has more experience watching than I do with them in snow. I want to know how well the Super Grip K9s do in snow. So if you've had them in snow or you know of a video, link it or message me, put it down in the comments. I'd really appreciate it, because that's, I think, one of the leading tires that I'm thinking about going with. Rampages are on the list. The TerraMasters are. Besides that, the System 3, I think they're the 370s. A lot of people seem to be having some good luck with them. I've heard the KM3s do really well, but I don't like the price of the KM3. BF Goodwrench likes their stuff, and they're a hell of a lot more expensive than pretty much any tire I've already listed. But who knows? I'm kind of in a dilemma because I don't really have a whole lot of room on my trailer, and I want to go to a beadlock wheel. And I think the closest I can get to stock are the STI HD9s. I think they're a plus 50 millimeter. Besides going to a really expensive wheel, like a Method or maybe even a KMC. But it seems like most manufacturers, they'll say they're a 6.1, but they're more than likely, or realistically, more closer to a 5.2 than they are a 6.1. But that all goes back to Polaris should be giving bead locks from the factory. And maybe they'd be junk, maybe they wouldn't, but they'd be better than the current wheel setup you have. Oh, this one's gonna be interesting. This country is super steep, that's for sure. You don't want to fall off this trail. Wait till Chris gets up there a little ways. Probably good to go now. Steep country, loose rock, kind of a, wouldn't call it a sand, but hard to see because there's so much dust on the windshield. That wasn't too bad. I think the first hill in from the main road's probably steeper, but we're going to be going down it instead of up it. Being up here, you can, I know I've touched on this earlier, but you can definitely just tell how much smoke, how hazy and how nasty the air really is right now. It sucks. Got another hill. Oh, which line I'm gonna get in. Guess I'm right down the middle. Get over that little rock section. Freaking big country though. You can see him running. I don't know if you can tell on the GoPro, it's far away, but this road basically just runs this whole ridge. Runs over a few of them. See the main road down there way in front of us. Really cool area though. bottom, there's a little play area. I wouldn't say it's anything like the Hawaii's or anything, but it's cool. Looks like those guys are already down. This is the steeper part. Just fall into a hole and hope for the best. Going up, it's not as bad. It's something. Well, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. I want to say thanks for watching. Thanks for everybody following on Instagram, Facebook, and of course subscribing on here. It's been Doug with McCurdy Outdoors, and I'll catch you on the next ride. But don't forget, the adventure waits. Take care, everybody.